Hello, I'm Rex McGonigal. This week we will be studying the unique breed of book people. Over the past few days, I've studied this group at great length and uncovered a few of their many mysteries. But first, before we learn about the people, we must understand what these books are.
I'll try to explain you what a book itself is. It's kind of several sheets of paper with some strange things on it. They call it words on their dialect. Their dialect, it's not really English. It's kind of, well, yeah. This book seems to be called in their dialect the soft-cover book. This book, well, you can see kind of symbols, characters are absolutely different than those two. We don't really know how to explain it.
We notice quickly that within the herd, book people tend to reside in smaller family units.
We call them pods, and normally there'll be a group of about 6 or so girls separate and boys separate, and they'll have a matriarch or patriarch depending on gender.
Dr. Felicity Goldenford is an expert on the habitual migrations from the Converse Hall to Morris Pratt by these so-called book people, while I am an expert on their environment, the bushes they reside in, and the hallways that they call their homes. Felicity, would you like to talk to us a little bit about their migrations, which occur how many times a day?
This migration happens about 6 to 8 times a day, just from Converse to Morris Pratt. Yeah, oftentimes they break off from the pack, like they go off into smaller packs with each other.
Well, that's really boring. You should probably talk about something else.
I don't really have anything else to say relating to the question that you just asked me.
Is it so? Really? You don't have anything to say? I mean, no, really though.
Well, you could ask me a more specific question if you'd like.
That was pretty specific, I think. If I remember the question correctly.
I don't think it was.
In terms of hierarchy, the group seems to be divided into 2 levels, the young and the elders. The elders maintain order while imparting knowledge to the young.
The elders maintain order and stability amongst the young. Without the elders, the young get out of control.
During the mornings, oftentimes, the elders will talk about histories or traditions or even just the general wisdom that they have learned over the years. And this will happen every morning, and they will teach the younger generation about what makes their people so great. Also in the morning, they'll have an oral history practice where the younger ones will have a chance to recite parts of their history.
Poetry recitations are the way that we pass down our traditions to one another, and the elders maintain the traditions over the years by making sure that the poetry lives up to the high standards of Dr. Peter Temis, whether poetry is recited on one leg or in another language or standing upside down. This is how we maintain a high level of poetry.
As we were unable to find the group grazing, we turned to experts to explain the group's alternative food sources.
So after watching these strange and primitive creatures under close observation in their natural habitat, we have found no evidence that they are hunters or gatherers, nor have we found them to be consuming food as most mammals and reptiles do, leading us to deduce, naturally, that they are in some way getting nutrients and sustenance from the books themselves.
However, we have never ever seen them doing this, which looks pretty suspicious.
Book people reside within close proximity of another herd, film people. The 2 groups coexist peacefully, though we did find one elder who was an exception.
Oh, hi there. I'm Frank. I'm the brother of Grant. I don't like film people because the film people are un-American for 3 reasons. Number 1, they don't read books. Americans read books. Number 2, their movies are bad. And number 3, Taylor Swift does not make movies. So I don't think film people are good, and they come in and ruin the poetry competition with their scenes from movies, and I just think it's a disgrace to this country of America, and I don't believe in it. That's how I feel about that.
That's all the time we have for today. Join us next week for another adventure into the unknown.
Look around your world, pretty baby. Is it everything you hoped it'd be? The wrong guy, the wrong situation, the right time.
Let's go with Hollywood in rush.